honored guests, please rise and welcome the faculty of the Columbian College of Arts and Sciences. Graduates and honored guests, please welcome the Dean of the Columbian College of Arts and Sciences, Paul Walbeck, Provost Christopher Bracy, and his distinguished guests, joined by this year's Luther Rice Fellows and the CCAS Distinguished Scholars, Parker Blackwell and Gabe Grauvogel.
Good afternoon, graduates and guests. I am Rachel Riedner, Associate Dean of Undergraduate Studies and Professor of Writing and Women's Gender and Sexuality Studies. On behalf of the Dean and the faculty of the Columbian College, I am delighted to welcome you to the celebration of our baccalaureate candidates in the 202 years since the founding of George Washington University. We congratulate all of our graduates and join their family and friends in celebration this weekend as we share our pride in the graduates' achievements. At this time, I would like to recognize Christopher Bracy, GW's Provost and Executive Vice President for Academic Affairs, who has joined us to celebrate the Columbian College's graduating class. Provost, and now, I'd like to introduce this year's faculty speaker, Professor Emmanuel Kim of East Asian Languages and Literatures, who is nominated by our graduates to speak on this occasion. Dr. Emmanuel Kim is a specialist in North Korean literature and cinema and culture. He received his MA in philosophy and literature at Warwick University, United Kingdom, and PhD in comparative literature from University of California, Riverside. Professor Kim was nominated by students who appreciate his support for their learning and inspired them to major in Korean languages and literature. Professor Kim.
Let me ask you something. Have you eaten? This is a common way of greeting each other in the Korean culture. For those who are familiar with Korean reality TV shows, celebrities are always eating or cooking. This is because eating is an integral component of getting to know each other. It's not what you eat that's important, but that you eat together. There's a Korean word that I love. The word is family. There are many words that mean family, but my favorite one is 식구. Can you all say it? 식구. Shik means food. 구 means mouth. Now, in this context, 구 means talking. It's a conversation. In other words, a family is when people gather around, converse with each other, while sharing a meal. To put it in another way, you develop lasting relationships by committing your time to the other person. Now, anyone can be part of a family as long as you spend quality time with each other. Look back at your time here at GW. You might remember some professors. You might even remember some of their lectures. But what was most meaningful to you? What was most impactful and life-changing? It has to be the relationships that you have developed over the years. You were essentially creating families, lasting connections, and unforgettable memories. Sure, your graduate days here at GW might have ended, but you are now forever enshrined in the GW family called Alumni Association. Wear it proudly, represent, stay connected, and give back. As you begin the next stage of your life, sure, your job is important. Sure, making money is important. But in the end, it's all about the people you meet. I hope you make new families and surround yourself with people who are as meaningful, impactful, and life-changing as you will be for them. Let me ask you a question, class of 2023. Have you eaten? Congratulations. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Kim. Evangeline Joy Downey, Associate Dean for Research and Strategic Initiatives, will now present the Columbian Prize for Teaching and Mentoring.
The Columbian Prize for Teaching and Mentoring Advanced Undergraduate Students is awarded to a regular, full-time faculty member in the Columbian College of Arts and Sciences who demonstrates excellence in the teaching and mentoring of advanced undergraduate students. This year's Columbian Prize goes to Hussam Mahmood, Professor of Statistics. Professor Mahmood, would you please join me? Professor Mahmood is being honoured today for teaching first-year Dean seminars and for supervising and mentoring advanced students. Across areas where he teaches, Professor Mahmood takes an innovative approach to teaching complex concepts. A student who nominated Professor Mahmood writes, "I have seldom entered Professor Mahmood's office without seeing a line of students. He always makes himself available and is always willing to solve problems with students and guide their academic journey. It brings Professor Mahmood joy to share knowledge and research with his students." Congratulations, Professor Mahmood, for your work as a mentor to our students.
Thank you very much. Much appreciated.
Each spring, the CCAS faculty nominate a student who has excelled academically and made significant contributions to GW and the wider community. This is our distinguished scholar. This year, we have two distinguished scholars who will be speaking with you today, Parker Blackwell and Gabe Goberval. First, let me introduce Parker. A double major in archaeology and classical and ancient Near Eastern studies, Parker was nominated by a group of 6 faculty from both of her majors. She received a Luther Rice Research Fellowship in her sophomore year, along with a Craft Travel Award from a local chapter of the Archaeological Institute of America to present her research at a national conference in New Orleans. Parker has multiple publications in the Biblical Archaeology Society and was awarded a Gates Cambridge Fellowship to pursue a Master of Philosophy, which she will begin in the fall. Parker, please join us.
Hello and good afternoon. As she said, my name is Parker Blackwell, and it's an honor to speak to you all today. If I've learned anything from college, it's that empathy goes a lot farther than most advice. So, to me, the best way to celebrate graduation with you all is to first acknowledge that the last 4 years were difficult. Becoming an adult, enduring a pandemic, working jobs, gaining and losing friendships, all made for an uphill battle, and none of this is to mention the schoolwork itself. So, I want to offer my sincere congratulations to each and every one of you. Your struggles and your successes were, are, and will be significant to your futures. I'm honored to stand among you and celebrate with you all today. A round of applause. Yeah. I hope that for every struggle, you can also reflect on a moment of growth. I know that I've grown in the last few years. Personally, I think back to the ways that my time at GW challenged me to be more tolerant, compassionate, and engaged with my community. I would like to say that these lessons in tolerance and compassion are what got me here today. The truth is, though, that stubbornness and a lot of fear are what got me here today. About 11 years ago, I decided that I wanted to be an archaeologist. This also happened to be the day that I demolished my parents' hopes and dreams for my job prospects and my future. Sorry, Dad. And as this is the liberal arts graduation ceremony, I imagine that I'm not alone in these feelings of anxiety as we move forward. But ever since that day, I've been fighting tooth and nail to take my bold and persistent passion for history and turn it into something meaningful. I've always wanted to help people. And I was determined to prove that cultural heritage had a role outside of the walls of a museum or the trenches of an excavation. And do you think that 11-year-old me, or my parents, would believe that I kind of did it in my time at GW? With the help of parents, mentors, friends, I've explored how art crimes enable Russian oligarchs to evade economic sanctions and launder billions of dollars outside of the US. I've also investigated how terrorist groups, the government, and government policies contribute to the illicit antiquities trade in West Africa and the Middle East. These are real problems that affect real people, and my humanities education was essential for me to meaningfully engage with them. Stubbornness, with the help of the humanities, prevailed. So, here today, I'm leaving GW with the conviction that the humanities are undeniably relevant. The humanities ground our decisions, reminding us to consider how our choices are experienced by others, and they are what teach us compassion. But it takes courage and dedication to see these dreams through and make them a reality. It may not be easy or fast, but our paths, I believe, will be made fulfilling by our compassion. And to me, this makes it all worth it. I hope it does for you as well. Thank you, and congratulations again to you all.
Thank you, Parker. Our next student speaker, Gabe Grauvogel, is a physics major and music minor. Gabe is a two-time Luther Rice Undergraduate Research Fellowship awardee. He has published 2 peer-reviewed papers and has traveled to Germany to conduct experiments at a particle accelerator. As a music minor, Gabe has served as principal percussionist in the percussion ensemble and orchestra. In the fall, Gabe will pursue a PhD in physics at Michigan State University. Gabe.
All right. Thank you all for being here today. It's great to go second, but that's a tough act to follow. All right, well, first off, wow. How did I get here? How did we all get here? Well, I did work hard, but I have to admit, luck also had a pretty significant role in a lot of this. First off, I had parents who prioritized my growth and development, sacrificing their time, energy, and comfort for me. They taught me the importance of education at an early age and worked hard so that I could focus on my studies and have a better life than they had growing up. I also had a streak of excellent teachers and mentors before college, starting as early as kindergarten and stretching all the way through senior year of high school. To all of those educators and mentors, thank you. I learned something invaluable from each and every one of you, and I'm incredibly fortunate to have been your student. Despite moving around every 4 or so years while growing up, I was able to attend an anomalously good public high school with a new school building, my choice of AP classes, new textbooks, and get this, even a fully funded band program with brand new performance quality instruments. They also overlooked the fact that I had never taken geometry because of how schools from my previous state worked. And because of this, I was able to take the highest math track at my high school. Fun fact, I still have never taken a geometry class, and I also didn't know that there was a difference between a regular D and a curly D in calculus until after I had passed Calc 3. In case you're wondering, I still did just fine. Even before coming to GW, I had been given plenty of opportunities, but it didn't stop there. One of the main reasons I came to GW, well, aside from the location, was the physics department. Once I met with them, I knew this is where I belonged. After 4 years, I know that I was right. I have to thank the entire physics department for all they've done for me, but I especially have to thank Dr. Axel Schmidt for his mentorship all these years, and Dr. White for his work both inside and outside the classroom. You've both taught me how to be a researcher, as well as how to one day hopefully be a professor. And with what you've taught me, I couldn't have asked for a better foundation. One of my most proud achievements during my time here is a lead author publication in a peer-reviewed journal. I worked hard. However, my advisor having this project that an undergraduate new to scientific research could both learn and contribute to, in addition to having the time to mentor a new student, was a stroke of luck for me. All of this is to say yes, I worked hard. I've worked many late nights, turned down plenty of meetings with friends to get an assignment done and done well, and stayed to build community and organize events in my department, even when I'm socially exhausted and wanted nothing more than to relax in a dark room with my amazing dog. However, it wasn't just my hard work that got here, and in fact, it is because of my privilege that I was able to work hard, and that hard work was able to pay off. Our class was hit with the full brunt of the pandemic. We spent nearly half of our time at GW online in a period of relative isolation. That definitely made accomplishing all we have as a class harder. I know it did for me, and I know it did even more for others. Our class has experienced crisis after crisis in our formative years, and it would be remiss to think that we've seen the last of them. It's wild to think about how close we've been to all of this. I've had more than a few moments walking around near campus and recognizing places from news and current events. With all that's happened, it's easy to feel burdened by the future, lose hope, and acquiesce to the status quo. However, through our education, diligence, and conscientiousness, I'm confident that we're stronger than that. Interacting with all of you throughout my time here has given me a sense of optimism. It may be cliche, but we really are the future. Given our experience, we can see the failings of our society with clarity. Knowing that we'll be around for the consequences infuses us with a purposeful sense of urgency. Through our time at GW, we have been given a world-class education, access to opportunity by our faculty, and one another to make a purpose for ourselves. And with that purpose, make a difference no matter how small to the world around us. Beyond the massive information we've gathered in our specialties, other things we've learned are how to make the best use of our time, how to ask questions, and even how to learn itself. In some ways, it's bizarre. I feel both like I've learned so much and yet know so little at the same time. In my first physics class in high school, one of the things that got me super excited about physics was the prospect of predicting the future of classical mechanics. It would have come as a shock to high school me that uncertainty is inherently baked into our best current understanding of the world, and that the sphere of human knowledge is but a drop in a void who knows what size. However, I find beauty in the unknown, and through my time at GW, we've learned how to navigate it. Existence is uncertain, our future feels uncertain, and with all the uncertainty in the world, purpose can feel hard to come by. Sometimes, my purpose is to remember to eat lunch. I have eaten today. Sometimes, it's to do something kind. Other times, it's to crack this problem in my studies that's been plaguing me for weeks. And sometimes, it can be as simple as taking a moment to breathe and simply enjoy existing. A future is not given to you. It is something you must take for yourself. Never stop asking questions. Never stop learning. Take time for yourself. Be proud of your achievements. You've done a lot to be here. But there's even more to be done with our limited time on this planet. Thank you.
Thank you, Gabe, and thank you, Parker. Let's give them a round of applause. Graduates, as you entered your senior year, you worked on capstone papers and lab-based research projects. Some of you gave public performances, contributed to exhibitions, or gave speeches. You took exams, you wrote late into the night, or you spent hours poring over data. You engaged in the life of our city and region, participating in activism and community service, and engaging with local communities. In short, you participated in the intellectual life of the university, enriching our community with your experience and your knowledge, and pushing the boundaries of language and ideas. For these contributions, we salute you all. A number of our graduates have been selected to receive special awards, prizes, or honors. Let me call your attention to the names of those awardees who are listed in the inside of our program. This year's Phi Beta Kappa inductees were honored at ceremonies earlier this week. The Luther Rice Fellows conducted undergraduate research. Many of you participated in research or internships for which you have gained lasting skills. At this time, we recognize all the remarkable contributions and accomplishments of our graduates. Please give yourself a hand. Can you now rise, graduates, to be saluted by Dean Walbeck, the faculty, and your family. seated. It is now our pleasure to introduce each and every one of our 2023 graduating class who are here today. But let me begin with some instructions. For you, the graduates, for our faculty line leaders who are in the audience, and for our dear guests. So guests, the graduates will be introduced by their major. Please listen for the announcement of your graduate's major, as it may not quite be in the order that it is in the program. Faculty line leaders, please approach the podium as directed by a member of the CCAS advising staff. Hand your yellow card to Professor Vanderhorst, who will read your name and the name of your major. You will then cross the stage and receive medals to hand to your graduates on my right. Graduates, this is now the time to pull out your phone. Most of you have a name pronunciation QR code on your phone. Please pull up the name pronunciation QR code so that we can scan it as you move onto the platform so your name can be announced. Some of you may have received at check-in a white card with a name pronunciation QR code on it, and you know who you are. Please be prepared to scan the QR code from the white card as you move across the platform so your name can be announced and you can greet the dean. Some of you have a yellow card with a QR code on it. Please be prepared to scan the code and hand the yellow card to Professor Vanderhorst, on my left, who will announce your name. Graduates, the dean, Dean Walbeck, will greet each of you after your name is called. When you meet, it's up to you whether to extend your hand for a shake, stick out your elbow, or a fist for a bump, or nod your head in a cordial greeting. Guests and graduates, in order to avoid not being able to hear the names as they are called, we ask that you withhold your applause until all of the graduates have been presented, at which time we will join all together in saluting the graduates. Faculty line leaders, as Dean Welbeck takes his place in front of the podium, please step forward to lead the graduates to the podium.
Professor Philip Troutman, presenting majors in Africana Studies.
Courtney Lynn Sam.
Professor Suleiman Osman, presenting majors in American Studies.
Courtney D. Buckner. Julia Helen Russo. Simone Taylor Unger. Shaban C. Boyle. Joseph Noah Trena. Jacqueline S. Kultner. Sandhya Elise Alter. Dahario Osman. Angela Jeanette Gunter. Ethan T. Atkins. Alexandria Danielle Charisse Dizon. Sarah Kennedy. Catherine Lesser. Jasmine Larkins. Paul Thomas Becker III. Amanda Rose Levy. Lauren Gazowski. Ashley Lomazny.
Professor Andrew Barr.
Graham Thomas Roy.
Professor Andrew Barr, presenting the majors in anthropology and biological anthropology.
Lydia Jude Bryant. Reagan Jackson. Stephanie Nieve Johnson. Sarah Freeman. Olivia D. Gower. Paige Brianna Gavin. Andy M. Dema. Harvey Allen R. Tate. Victoria Angela Reynes. Maya J. Eunice. Ariana Campos. Xinyi Zhang. Bowie Parr. Emma Sadi. Alexa Cecil Nicholas.
Professor Eric Klein, presenting majors in archaeology.
Kate Elizabeth O'Sullivan. Jameson Matino. Michael Mario Venuti. Alyssa Marie Boynton Warner. Catherine Schmidt. John Martin Watson. Nicole Teresa Caracappa. Isabel Ann Nicole Samudio. Reagan Elizabeth Baker.
Annabelle Cavernes. Professor Mohsen Essisi, presenting the majors in Arabic Studies. Esha Mukherjee. Professor Thiago Moreira, presenting the majors in biological sciences and neurosciences.
Melanie Lauren Fisher. Elizabeth Mary Charles. Morgan Halpin. Madeline F. Mangelet. Caitlin Patricia Garrett. Kelsey Van Horn. Alexis Ann Wilder. Hashani Amugoda. Marissa Nicole Hanslick. Esther Richider Corcorbete. Hyungjun Lee. Kidan Tesfamichael. Isabella T. Pfeiffer. Claudia Dreyer. Sarah Shamash. Tien Viet Huynh. Helena R. Balch. Mason E. Hubble. Eulina Banzer. Madison L. Gallerston Sr. Danny Green. Athanasios Steve Naum. Isabel J. Balderson. Victoria Skovorodnev. Charlotte Conant. Caitlin Crane. Maeve Marie Hogan. Stephen Sejun Park. Lauren Bethany Nielsen. John Tritolo. Summer Ann Jang. Yusuf Nabil Alwash. Edward V. Ivasian. Dylan Michael Armanini.
Nicholas Alexander Sauter.
Brianna Kate Herbert. Zachary Catalano. Kadra Omar. Emily Tin Pao Hu. Charles Hertz. Sophie Marie Grodzinski. Chi Hu. Alexis Christina Garcia. Rishi Sri Pranathia Chanta. Sri Nikila Carey. Rachel Dorothy Glickman. Kaylee Elizabeth Morgan. Claire T. Paula. Corbett James Glaros. Anna Margaret McDonald Martin. Colette Annie Mo Martin. Nicole A. Dertsakian. Mariam Suleiman Al-Zakwani. Lorenzo M. Lopez. Aditya S. Loganathan. Samir Amish Shah. Michael Alexander Newman. Sin Xiang Yu. Caitlin Congleton. Youssef Dirar Abusaime. Nira Khan. Olivia Whitney Fanshaw. Nasser Ajay II. Daniela Cristina Tortosa Lopez. Catherine Wina Huilcahara. Katie Grace Lee, Jasmine Huyen Tran Phan, Peter Joseph Lanzon, Melissa Owusu Ansa, Mohammed Almarkan, Reem Omer Ahmed Bahar, Daria Ordinat, Daniel E. Gellis, Arnav C. Mahajan, Samuel Kenneth Allen, Elizabeth Jo Flory, Victoria R. Barone, Omar Ehsan Sadi, Ishan Saad Abdullah, Mahi Bhatt, Malavika Mahendran, Nishant B. Gowda, Rahil Patel, Caitlin Shu Oliveira, Kavita Rajendran, Waleed Azhar Sabir, Nikki Guptan, Brooke Faith Cody, Shaylin F. Renert-Ariev, Waleed Kadumi, Denny Huang, Brittany Alicia Pickering, Labiba Islam,
Roseanne Al-Jariri,
Ezra Abdul Gader, Rayanne Abdul Majid Potter, Janan Shamsuddin, Ashley Rose Chenoweth, Chukwuemere Kingsley Inabuwu Azuma, Ali John Beba, Dylan Allen Dogan, David Lewis Murray, Maria Karlamova, Anna Grace Peterson, Vidi Jatin Kumar Patel, Crystal Nika Uba, Serena R. Golden, Daisy
Professor,
Williams,
Professor Lakeisha McClary, presenting the majors in chemistry.
Nora Marie Murphy Houseman, Annika Dombrowski, Priscilla Long, Annika Myshak, David Allen Rothenberg, Spencer Bystrom, Spalene Irakozy, Zachary Russell Stickelman, Rachel A. Green, Folasade Rukayat Abdul, Zachary Thomas Basile,
Professor Elise Friedland, presenting the majors in Classical and Ancient Near Eastern Studies.
Anushka Hassan. Max I. McDonald Malik.
Joshua Sanses Eno.
Ranjani Saraka Shastri.
Professor Lisa Lapinski, presenting the majors in Art History.
Jocelyn R. Pollock. Andy Elise Berberick.
Isabel Alexandra Adolf.
Jackson Alexander Sylvia. Megan Lois Johnson. Gracie Gazelli. Shufan Shui.
Han Yu Lexi Lee.
Jason Rosenberg. Catherine Capristo. Megan Amory Lynch. Abigail Hecht. Evan Gregory Laporte.
Professor Mark Choi, presenting the majors in Graphic Design.
Amanda Marie Bond. Stephen Elliott Bruce. Oliver G. Davies. Vikiana Larissa Dulcio. Abigail Kim. Nadia Lee. Christina Beatrice Silva Markswatch. Alexandra S. Tan.
Professor Catherine Patton, presenting the majors in Interaction Design.
Isabel Rose Bryson. Shannon M. Richard. Luisa Ribadeneira. Lena Huang. Yishuan Chen.
Professor Melina Mishri, presenting the majors in Interior Architecture.
Campbell Elizabeth Kinsman. Jane Wild. Jerry Zhang. Ayiba Nengiyefa Valerie Ecoli. Jean Jingyi Chen. Eric Gonzalez. Heba Hussam Al-Khawaja. Rosa Nomvuyo File. Inasin Bito Yen. Ayat Saud Galal Eldin. Kara M. Livingston. Muskan S. Lala. Christine Rashad Masood. Carlota Chacon. Valeria Munoz. Benjamin Harris Khan. Millie Katan. Abby Ness McGran. Megan Hannah Miller. Sarah Vertez Butler.
Professor Eugene Montague, presenting the majors, BA in Music.
Nika Albertson.
Isabella Marie Brandbauer.
Megan Elizabeth Ortman.
Anaya Shaw Taylor. Anne Laurie C. Joseph.
Professor Matt Eich, presenting the majors, BFA in Fine Arts, BA in Fine Arts, and BFA in Photojournalism. Ari Joel Golub.
Sophia Harper Moten. Jenna Mae Banks. Amanda McCarty. Madison Marjorie Geralt. Liana Keegan. Alexandra Roma Gebhardt Williams. Tiffany Melina Arias Munoz. Zoe Britt Wood. Sofia Isabel Obando Carcamo.
Professor John Traub, presenting the majors in Theater.
Hannah Roche. Taylor Emily Goland. Miranda Allison Lee. Anna Francesca Schiavone.
Chloe Allwell.
Professor Carl Gudinius, presenting the majors in Dance.
Paige B. Vallejo. Antonella Garcia Merlano.
Jade Tortorise.
Grace Vanetti.
Professor Hang Zhang, presenting the majors in Chinese Language and Literature.
Daniel L. Baker. May Kipnis.
Professor Brandon Morley, presenting the majors in Japanese.
Pierre Elijah Cañete de la Cruz.
Professor In-song Ko, presenting the majors in Korean Language and Literature.
Natalie Horton. Yvonne Park.
Professor Lisa Page, presenting the majors in Creative Writing and English.
Abigail Samard. Julia Holmes. Jenna Nicole Boatman. Caroline Madeline Dean. Emily Contreras.
Michael Patrick Casey.
Ali Khalil. John Neil Lawrence.
Carly Ortel Nielsen.
Isabella Maria Pedraza. Stephanie Lynn Ruggiero. Gianna Dyke.
Mariah Frawley, presenting the majors in English.
Layla Josephine Lee Lacer Wargatz. Daniela Isabel Nassar. Isabella Mary Henna Sage. Connor Matthew Christopher. Elliot Culin. Clara Besh Ader. Haley Christine Katzenberger. Zasny Lillian Flater. Jillian Whitwer Jordy. Chloe Kieran Williford. Mason Jonathan Moreno. Noah Tate Henriksen. Justin Tanna. Rainer Reinhardt. Promise Amina Harvey. Alexis P. Levian. Gianna Raquel Cook.
Professor David Rain, presenting the majors in Geography.
Colin B. Gilbert. Courtney Craycole. Colton Jared Asness. Celeste Robertson. Danielle Katz.
Kenneth S. Derryberry.
Elodie Claire Nix. Bridget J. O'Shea. Eva Esther Grossman. J.C. Logan Hydorn. Anna Charpentier. Paulina Manev.
Stina Peterson. Yan Kun Zhao.
Professor Dmitry Shrulechky, presenting the majors in Environmental and Sustainability Sciences.
Maya Deshpande. Audrey Rose Lido. Ava Elshanikova. Ella Lorraine Nichols. Samara Kate Rabin. Kristen Engdahl. Thomas P. Hubler.
Professor Melissa Keeley, presenting the majors in Environmental Studies.
Lucy Marie Hirsch. Mia Lee Rosenblatt. Emma Gamble. Casey O. Gilmartin. Jean Lillian Barker. Maya T. Levine. Will Edwards. Charlotte Steer. Hannah Beatrice Dinah Besley. David Andrew Tamsky. Ayana Imani Greaves. Lahela Curiel. Anna R. Stolt. Sophie V. Boisvert. Alyssa M. Ilakwa.
Professor Tom Long, presenting the majors in History.
Catherine Fritz. Xinyao Tong. Spencer Michael Jones. Louis Benjamin Cesarato. Allison Brooke Heron. Ekaterina Shengilia. Jacqueline Labruzzo. Nicholas Constantine Diakolios. Kate McFall Appleton. Alexandra R. Brandis. Denton Schmidt. Isabella Marquesa Santel Wright.
Dara Ann Kazmarowski. Jenna Furtado.
Allison Nicole Bonhouse. Margaret E. McDonald. Andrew Leopson.
Ava Sojourner DeSantis.
Natalie Isabel Castonguay. Catherine E. Liner. Grace Elizabeth Durlocker. Rachel Melissa Zemmel. Cecilia Michalowski. Rihanna Brennan.
Hope Isabella Nason.
Kinsey A. Al-Sadi. Julia Ita. Ian A. Hawker. Christopher Malusi. Elizabeth Ann Johnson. Ryan Emerson Conklin.
Professor Joseph Bonin, presenting the majors in mathematics.
Jake Patrick Messick. Aidan Lang. Brandon Kaprowski. Sam Kahn. Shuqing Qi.
Hui Zhang.
Amelia Mary Liss. Xu Qian.
Professor David Costanza, presenting the majors in organizational sciences. Ines Claire Blanchard.
Yue Zhang. Alex D. Longeaway. Rylan Peter. Lindsay Rebecca Rush. Olivia Simone Shea. Lindsay Hawker. Haley Rachel Boylan. Isabella R. Berga.
Ania Layani Ward.
Shaylin A. McCarthy. Kathleen Hall Santarelli. Grace Mary Grimstead. Metaxenia A. Evangeluli. Kelly Marlin Canales. Isabel Elena Browse. Lily O'Neill. Julianne Ariel Rue Morgan. Melinda Eugenia Urrutia Maurice. Grant Barrientos.
Professor Olivia Bullock, presenting the majors in communication.
Michelle Faye Reckman. Amy Elizabeth Matson. Alexandra R. Cohen. Sarah Sachs. Ella Ashley Smith. Annalise Grace Forlenza. Leonela Tase Suero. Gabriela Giselle Perez Jordan. Allison M. Miller. Samantha Lelchuk. Isabella Anna McLeod. Virginia Yates Myers. Kwanzi Edward Samuels Jr. Kendall Sherban. Alexandra Christina Mamalian. Claire Backner. Maya Angelina Pinney. Delia Nelson. Allison Elizabeth Itz. Si Yi Wang. Ling Yi Zhao.
Rayan Fan.
Hannah Kate Munnelly. Connor Stephen Harris.
Professor Tad Zawitsky, presenting the majors in philosophy and philosophy with public affairs focus.
Jasmine Sierra Dotson. Caitlin Marie Montessori. Song Shu Feng. Juan Carlos Mora. Karina Michelle Ochoa Berkeley. Christopher Thomas Thornton.
Mason E. Hubble. Eulina Banzer.
John Sickentel.
Sophie Gangler.
Elizabeth Ann Linskog. William E. Bosco. Ella Faye Sullivan.
Ethan Taylor Geddes.
Joshua Tremino.
Andrea
Daniel
Yvette.
Alberto Bacardo.
Andrea Yvette Grimaldo. Professor Gary White, presenting the amazing majors in physics, biophysics, and astrophysics.
Emily Sullivan. Logan Robert Ernest. Gabriel Nathaniel Graufogel.
Professor Irene O, presenting the majors in religion.
Gabriella Harmoning.
Matt Kelly. Professor Derek Malone Franz, presenting the majors in peace studies and religion.
Kirsten A. Weed.
Ana Sofia Garcia Sanchez.
Gabriella Zeidler.
Professor Masha Belenki, presenting the majors in French language, literature, and culture.
Isabella Jane Berry.
Professor Maribeth Stein, presenting the majors in German, RGSLL. Alexander Gray Wilson. Professor Richard Robin, presenting the majors in Russian languages and literature. Emily Fennell. Professor Heather Bamford, presenting the majors in Spanish and Latin American literatures and cultures.
Hannah Nicole Loader. Claire Laheed McNabb. Zane Grow.
Professor Carly Jordan presenting the special interdisciplinary majors.
Grace Milana Hallam. Eleanor M. DeAndrea.
Professor Nicole Jordan presenting speech, language, and hearing sciences.
Dorsey A. Ducharme. Juliana Grace McCallum. Hannah Elizabeth Joseph. Julia Kerrigan. Molly Elizabeth Goodnow. Sabrina Nicole Schwartzman. Zaskia Irma Perla Diaz. Yara Samir Saman. Robert Froelich.
Professor Joshua Landon presenting the majors in statistics.
Ivy Marie Fortner. Jenna Allison Moore. Maria Rose Denisco. Ya Nan Zhang. Da Ning Ma. Tanya Sosa. Sihong Liu. Michael K. Nair.
Uhao Shi. Professor Ashwini Tambe with a major in Women, Gender, and Sexuality Studies.
Alan Parrish. Zhangju Wan.
Lai Wei.
Faith Amor Alanis Ville. Tess Woosley.
Professor Lauren Phillips for Associate of Arts in General Studies.
Kylie Smith. Michaela Wolf. Mia Johnson. Atticus Grant Tarleton.
Corrick Lawrence.
Alexander Liesegang. Rami Abdullah. Truth Woods. Kevin Reed. Emmett Brosowski. Sasha Gregoire.
Please be seated. It is now my pleasure to call upon the Dean of the Columbian College of Arts and Sciences, Paul Welbeck, to deliver his charge to the graduating class. As the leader of the university's largest academic unit, Dean Welbeck is committed to expanding learning and research opportunities to ensure excellence and opportunity for all of our students. Dean Welbeck, I am pleased to present to you the Columbian College of Arts and Sciences Class of 2023.
Hello, graduates. Does the word graduate sound good to you? Yes. Well, congratulations. You did it. And all of us up here on the platform and in the bleacher seats around us are immensely proud of what you've accomplished. I've had the privilege of meeting some of you during your time here at GW, and let me just say, I'm humbled by your talent and passion, and I'm thankful for the part we played in helping you get here today. Your hard work and dedication have paid off, and now the next phase of your life begins. As you go out into the world, remember, you're not alone. In addition to your family and friends, many of whom are here today, you are part of our Columbian College community that includes faculty and a global network of alumni who are ready to support you during your journey ahead. When I was a student, the commencement speaker made a comment that has stuck with me throughout my life. It was about the value of an education, how it cannot be measured today or even a year or 5 years from now. It's measured and reassessed and re-energized across a lifetime of professional, personal, and communal experiences. Your time here, your coursework, lab experiments, creative activities, classmates and professors, these are long-term experiences and relationships that you'll continue to draw upon decades from now. I recently attended my college reunion and have been reflecting a lot on what those years as a student meant to me. My deep friendships, my faculty mentors, one of whom encouraged me to pursue a PhD rather than attend law school, formed the guideposts of my life. And even my mistakes during those years were necessary components to help me on my path. Having plotted my course earlier in college, I chose to ignore my faculty mentor's advice and pursued a law degree. But I don't view those years of study as a waste. The experience piqued my interest in Supreme Court decision-making, which eventually led me from a law job to where I belonged, a career in academia where I can study and teach. Which leads me to my next point. The common thread that is woven through the fabric of an engaged liberal arts education is its inherent agility to move you into a variety of professional endeavors. We're not about teaching skills that might be obsolete several years from now. Rather, you, as graduates of the arts and sciences, are steeped in competencies that every scientist, every lawyer, every corporate executive, artist, entrepreneur, educator, and yes, even the folks in Silicon Valley want and need. The ability to reason, to think critically, communicate effectively, and make evidence-based decisions. These are highly valued skills that will help you climb the career ladder. Even with the advent of AI technology, there will always be a need for human connectivity, emotion, perspective, creativity, reasoning, and the ability to think outside the box. You have these skills. Look, you've already accomplished so much. You've written musical compositions, helped solve complex policy puzzles, worked in community clinics, interned on the Hill and at NIH, looked deeply into cells and into the stars to explore scientific mysteries, and offered new insights on our evolutionary past, our political present, and our environmental future. The success of our alumni is reflective of where an engaged liberal arts education can lead. Our graduates have developed new medicines, helped veterans with PTSD, directed award-winning movies, launched billion-dollar tech companies, started nonprofit foundations, and created pathways to a sustainable future. They, like you, chose GW because they wanted to be part of a culturally vibrant, politically active, and diverse community in the heart of the nation's capital. They, like you, chose to embrace challenge and find innovative ways to impact lives and create positive change in both small and big ways. When I was growing up, our country had been rocked by assassinations, a divisive war, civil unrest, and Watergate. You're graduating into a world that's also rife with conflict and division. But don't ever think you can't make a difference. I'm reminded of the words spoken by Robert Kennedy 5 decades ago during the turbulent 1960s, but still relevant today. He said, and I quote, "Let no one be discouraged by the belief there is nothing one person can do against the enormous array of the world's ills. Few have the greatness to bend history, but each of us can work to change a small portion of events, and in the total of all those acts will be written the history of a generation." Graduates, you can be part of that history. Go change the world. We've given you the building blocks. Use them. Allow your dreams to take shape, unfettered and unbounded. Be guided by your passion, your creative instinct, and your ability to be problem solvers. The pandemic was a wake-up call, a transformational moment in our history, one that made us all think beyond ourselves, to be more aware of what's going on in our communities, in our legislatures, and in our courts. This is not the time to rest on your laurels and stay on the sidelines. Go out and be the movers and shakers, the healers, thinkers, and doers. You are smart, innovative young people who are ready to soar and create positive change. Thank you for letting us be part of your journey here at GW. We look forward to you staying in touch. Perhaps you'll mentor a student in future years or volunteer your time to help your program. Stay in touch. Class of 2023, I wish you all the best in the exciting adventures ahead. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dean Walbeck. Graduates, please remember to wear your Columbian medal tomorrow on the National Mall when you're introduced and recognized by the dean. This is important. When you are recognized by President Wrighton, as Columbian College graduates, I trust you will let everyone in Washington, D.C. know very, very loudly that you are present. Woo! A sincere note of thanks to those who make today special for all our graduates, including the staff in the Columbian College Advising Office and Susan DeSico, the staff from the Smith Center, and Professor Vanderhorst. Guests, a quick note, as you leave the building, please be mindful of your safety and that of your party. You will be exiting onto a busy street full of city traffic. Rather than lingering for photos and greetings nearby, we recommend you move to the open space in Kogan Plaza or to the steps in Funger Hall. To close our program, we ask that everyone join in the singing of the alma mater, led by our graduating seniors who are down below. Megan Ortman, Nika Albertson, Anna Vani, Miranda Lee, Maya Levine, Anya Shaw Taylor, accompanied by Robert Baker, Associate Professor of Music. You will find the words and music at the end of your program. And promise, Harvey, promise, I'm sorry I left you out. All right, and Anne Laurie Joseph, there you go. Okay, immediately after the singing of the alma mater, this year's distinguished scholars, Parker Blackwell and Gabe Vogel, will come forward and accept the pennant from Dean Walbeck. Following this symbolic act signifying the conveyance of knowledge from one generation to the next, Parker and Gabe will lead the Dean's Platform Party and faculty from the arena. Guests, we appreciate your kindness in remaining in your places until the conclusion of the program and the Dean's Party, faculty, and graduates have left the arena. Would you now all please rise for the singing of the alma mater?